Hello again, welcome to today's attempt of a Murdle puzzle. This is Hangman+Wordle, and you'll see why after I've started with yesterday's answer of a breed. Some pretty decent letters here. Will they pay off? Partly. That's, I suppose, not brilliant, but it is better than 5 greys. You can see at the top we've lost 3 lives. That's because we guessed a wrong B, R and D. Now clearly we did guess a wrong E, but because we also guessed a correct E, you don't lose a life for that. So it's similar to Hangman, but obviously not completely identical. Although in regular Hangman, you'd just guess E. You wouldn't have to guess it multiple times, even if it was in the word multiple times. So they have to make some slight differences. It's only 10 lives that you start with, so it is a very difficult game. So losing a life for the wrong E, if there's also a correct E, would make it just a bit too difficult, I think. We might find it's too difficult anyway, but we'll see. We are going to need some new letters. Let's try chase. We'll chase for E to the end. Aha! We were correct to chase for E to the end, but everything else has been completely helpless. Right. We're in trouble now, because we've only got 3 lives left. Any guess now could be my last. We kind of have to guess the correct vowel, really, don't we? Let's try title, because even if there isn't an I or an L, we'll survive if there's a T. We're trying only 3 different letters, so the only way we're going to fail on this guess is if all 3 of them are wrong. And they're not, so we only lost 1 life there for the L. We did save our guesses for the T. That's why duplicating your letters in this game sometimes can be helpful. Now it could be quite, Q-U-I-T-E. That would be pretty tricky with the Q. What else can it be? If the I is first, I don't think it's going to work. If the T is second, I don't think it's going to work, because I don't know what's going to be first. So it is probably an I-T-E ending. I don't think it can be a, well, it definitely can't be a T-I-E ending, because the T isn't third. I think I'm going to have to go for quite. I'm quite reluctant to go for this, because if it's not this specific word, we're very unlikely to have a Q or a U. I'd much rather go for some word where the letters might also appear in a different word, even if I've got the word wrong. But I am struggling to see other options. We've got to go for this. And I am quite relieved. We get there in 4, but more importantly, we still had some lives remaining. So it's a successful Murdle. Thank you for watching, and bye for now.